Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Unscaled Travel Show. I'm Jeremy Long, your host, here with my co-host and co-explorer, Amy.
Hello.
We are in the beautiful desert of Mojave, they call it, in Las Vegas, in the Diamondback Land Surveying Studios. Most of us ring in the new year with a countdown, a drink, and some kind of vague promise about, new year, new me. We're having none of that here. Around the world, New Year's comes with instructions. You're supposed to eat certain foods while avoiding others. Some of them wear specific clothes. You smash things, you burn things, you laugh on command. In some places, even the ocean gets involved with your New Year's resolutions, right? So in this episode, we're skipping Times Square. We know all about that party look, and we're going to look at how people around the world actually welcome the new year with their rules, rituals, strange traditions that people still swear by when the calendar flips. And I don't know about you, like strange things you used to do in the new year. I think it's kind of typical for what we know. Like some people might go, why do you set up fireworks? I mean, I think they kind of do fireworks around the world now.
Yeah.
I think that's like a worldwide thing. Did you guys have any strange like New Year's things growing up?
No, we never really did much for New Year's. It was just kind of like, okay, yeah, it's New Year's and we may go to somebody's house and eat and there might be some fireworks, but it was never really a big thing. Although New Year's Day, my mom did have some certain things she ate, which I think we're going to talk about a little bit later in the show. That's supposed to bring you good luck. But no, we didn't really have any big traditions. What about you?
No, I think that's a good point. Like we didn't either, like as far as anything out of the norm, because food is very central to people. You find with holidays and that goes back eons, I think, with solstices and different things celebrating harvests and stuff. So a lot of these revolve around food and family and just kind of what we'll see is a common theme of putting the past behind us, starting anew with that new year with like new hope, new ambitions, new dreams. Maybe
we need to come up with a new tradition of putting the past behind us.
Yeah. Maybe just one where you take off a shoe and throw it at your neighbor. It gets a little anger out, but it starts new because now you got a new rivalry.
And now you need a new shoe.
Make sure it's a different neighbor, so now you have a new nemesis for the year. Let the old one know, like, oh, that was last year. Now I'm
beefing with the guy across the street.
Yeah, that's our 68-year-old neighbor across the street. I'm beefing with him now. For instance, in Spain has a really famous one that's actually kind of spread out from Spain to places like in Latin America and Caribbean and everything, but it's really grounded in Spain, and that has to do with their 12 grapes. Okay. In Spain, millions of people spend the final seconds of the new year silently shoving grapes into their mouths. I don't know why I worded it that way. While staring at the clock. And if you mess up, they believe that the year will kind of, screw them back. 12 grapes, 12 months.
Well, so the part it's supposed to be on the chimes, right?
Yeah.
But is the chime every single second? Because who can eat a grape a second? It's
pretty fast.
I
don't think it's every second. Have you ever heard like church bells goes off? Like it's like church bells.
Okay, like church bells.
Like ding, ding, ding. Like
that's still pretty fast. You think you can eat a grape in between those dings?
Yeah, you better be quick.
I guess this is where if you don't eat it right, you're bringing bad luck into it.
That's exactly like real conversation, right? Like if you mess up the second one, you're like, oh, well, I screwed up February. Until later in the year, whenever, if you had a bad February, you look back and you go, well, it's because I messed that grape up. And then it kind of
what happens if you vomit after you eat all the grapes?
Do you vomit after grapes?
I mean, if you eat them so fast.
Well, you might as
your
well
whole year. Just stay in bed.
You might as well just go to sleep, wake up in the next year.
I can't imagine eating grapes that fast, which I guess is the whole point of this ritual.
Yeah, you're supposed to just pop them. Just
Just, you don't choke? How do you not choke?
Well, you chew. I don't know. I've never watched you eat grapes though. How long does it take you to eat grapes?
Longer than a second.
Man. Next time you're eating grapes,
I know, now I'm going to
staring
be
at you,
thinking about it whenever I buy grapes.
and you're going to drop one. I'm going to be like, that was June. So, so it's like traditions in that kind of sense. So, and every one of these has some kind of origin story. Some of them date back, like I said earlier, I mean, they go back hundreds of years. And more often than not, most of these came from, surprise, surprise, like the working class people, poor people, celebrating the little bit they did have, trying to look forward to the new year.
We have 12 grapes, I guess.
Let's say six. Yeah, sometimes you only do have 6 grapes. And, and my first question was, what about raisins?
Oh, okay.
Do raisins count?
Well, they're kind of shriveled.
They're
grapes.
dried grapes.
Do you want to go into the new year?
Some people don't see it like that. They're like, no, they're purists. The grapes need to be alive.
Yeah.
They need to be here.
Yeah.
Now, because that's the here and now, right? And
I agree with
life
that.
and everything. Dried grapes are, I guess,
dried.
Are they dead?
On their way to being dead.
I never thought this much about grapes in all of my life. I don't know. But they have actually, if you look it up, there's actually 2 overlapping origins. One in the early 1900s and one like in the mid to 1800s or something like that. But, and there's more like 2 popular places. Either you do it at home with family, like everyone kind of is munching on grapes, or they do these big celebrations in the town squares where like everyone goes together, like in Madrid, in the Puerta del Sol. Like the whole city gets to the city square, and like it's just this massive festival.
Everybody's just chomping on grapes.
Chomping on grapes and, having a good time. And people take it pretty serious. Like also, because, I mean, right? So sometimes you have like little kids. Mm-hmm. You want them to have a good year. But if you cut the grapes in half, again, purist will be like, no, that's cheating. You can't cut the grapes in half. And I'm like, do you want your child to choke?
Exactly.
Honestly?
Exactly.
I'm like, come on, it ain't that serious, right? But actually to them, it actually is pretty serious. So some companies offer pre-packaged kits with 12 grapes.
Oh, gosh. Because you can't just pull 12
because you can't
grapes
just
off.
pull 12 grapes off. No, you're going to have prepackaged.
Does it matter the
grape
type
kit.
of grape, the variety? Like,
I am sure it's by the region.
okay.
There's nothing anywhere.
I really like red grapes, but does it have to be green? I don't know.
Yeah. So like, and the crazy thing is like, okay, so the mid 1800s or so, upper class Spaniards essentially copied bits and pieces from what they saw from like their French counterparts with their customs and grapes and champagne and New Year and all that.
It
kind of
seemed
spun
luxurious, I guess, to
like
eat grapes.
And think about it, like how important grapes are to certain regions,
Right.
of France, and how that would migrate over to Spain and their wine.
That
and,
makes sense.
it would kind of make sense. Like this is the thing because wine is very important to our cultures and all of that. So
And they're celebrating that with the grapes. Got it.
yeah, I mean, we didn't have grapes. We didn't do grapes.
No, we didn't.
Highly controversial in my house, grapes. Because you have the ones, the ones with seeds. Mm-hmm. I'd always, I guess I was a terrible kid. I was like, spit them out. Spit the seeds.
Well, what are you supposed to do with the seeds? Swallow them?
No. Remember those old stories? And everyone ever told you if you swallowed the
watermelon seed, a watermelon will grow.
It'll grow in your belly? I believe that up until about 6 years ago.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm like, but everything that, then I was thinking, do I have to eat dirt and water for it to actually plant? Or like, what happens? I don't know. That confuses me. We've talked a lot more about grapes than we've ever cared to.
You've never thought this much about grapes before.
No, absolutely not. But, we grew up in Texas. Not saying anything, but the education system wasn't the best. So there's a reason I'm a travel journalist. Now, stay right here. It's the Unscaled Travel Show. Be right back with some New Year's rules, traditions from around the world.
Unscaled Travel Show is brought to you by Diamondback Land Surveying. For all your land surveying needs, contact Diamondback Land Surveying at 702-823-DBLS.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Unscaled Travel Show. Check us out online, unscaledtravelshow.com, for all of our past episodes and interviews of our silly little show. We're talking about New Year's Eve rules and traditions from around the world. Really just to help, open your eyes, open our eyes and our minds to different cultures and their beliefs and everything. Because a lot of these things we're going to be talking about in this episode, when you look them up online and you see the pictures and videos and everything, they look fascinating.
Right.
Including this next one out of Scotland. Basically it's called the Fireball Ceremony. And this looks extraordinarily fun. And if not, just a little bit of danger in there.
That's the two best things for New Year's Eve, right?
Yeah. Because the rule is if nothing is burning, smashing, or like roaring, you're doing it wrong.
That's a rule to live by.
That is a rule. That's a good rule. In the U.S., and I think in different parts of the world, now they kind of sink in with fireworks ceremonies from around the world. It usually kicks off, in the small islands and then like Sydney.
Yeah.
Because it goes like backwards around the world.
For us, yes.
Yeah.
We're last.
Yeah, we're last in Vegas. And actually, and that's a good point. So if you've never done New Year's Eve in Las Vegas, basically the strip that everyone knows, they shut it down to incoming traffic and cars and everything, and people can walk in the streets. They close everything down, and like most of the casinos are in sync, and they do like a fireworks show at midnight.
Yeah, a giant fireworks show up and down the strip.
Yeah, it's huge, and you can see it. You don't have to be down on the strip; you can see it wherever you live throughout the city. It's
right.
Humongous.
Yeah, from where we live, we're we're on the outskirts of town, but we're elevated a little bit, and you can see it from our second story if you look in that direction. It's really neat to see it just across about a mile of this street.
Yeah,
it's fireworks.
Just all, lighting up and everything else. One that I've seen since I was a kid that I want to see so badly as an adult is in Sydney, the Opera House. When they do the fireworks there and then on the bridges and everything. That looks fantastic.
Incredible. Yeah.
I really, really want to check that out. So anyway, but in Scotland, the new year doesn't really officially arrive until someone starts swinging fire over their head in public. And if you don't burn the old year away, it's believed that will follow you forward. So the fireball ceremony is a part of a bigger event, I guess, called, and I'm going to butcher this, Hogmanay?
I think that's how you say it.
Hogmanay.
Yeah.
But the most famous version of this happens in a place called Stonehaven. But they have these fire festivals and torch parades, and it's basically, like I said, men and women swinging giant wire cages filled with burning fuel over their heads. So as they do that, they're marching toward and through town streets in an organized procession. They're not just running up and down the street.
Yeah.
Maybe they did back in the day.
I like the idea, though, like you're burning away the past so you can move into the future.
Yeah.
Like it's not, it's a bit poetic, but when you see the actual videos of this, it's beautiful to watch.
Yeah.
These balls of fire basically being swung around.
Yeah. And traditionalists are in kilts, and they walk through, and the streets are just lined with people, and it's free to attend. So like if you're somebody that likes to do things on a budget, you happen to be in the Scotland area, most places it's free to attend. They just, you can donate, and it goes to like the town funds and different things like that. But at the end, they extinguish the fire. Usually the fireballs are thrown into water of some kind, and that kind of symbolizes extinguishing the old year, starting fresh and new.
It's very poetic.
Yeah.
I like it. We should go check this out. Or, maybe we set some things on fire here. I don't know.
Yeah. You got me off guard there. I was like, yeah, let's just do that. Remember that throwing a shoe at your neighbor thing? Maybe you light the shoe on fire and throw the shoe at at one of your neighbors. Start a new tradition. So, because fire, like, it also represents like purification.
Yeah.
And renewal and things like that. So, like, again, renew a rivalry with a neighbor. Light a shoe on fire.
I imagine they don't let just anyone swing fire around in public. Like you have to be trained or something.
Trained to swing the fire, because you don't want me having, you don't just give me a ball of fire.
Then you're just on fire.
me and other things are now just on fire. And that's not good. But those roots trace back to like pre-Christian and pagan solstices and things like that. So they go back many, many years. And another one is in Denmark. Denmark, those wonderful people, they do plate smashing.
I have never heard of this one.
This is, because I think we take like plate smashing with
like the Greek culture.
like Greek culture. Okay. But here in Denmark, basically, I love this. The cleanest doorstep on New Year's Day is kind of the worst sign imaginable because it means nobody cared enough about you to smash dishes outside your house. That is the meanest thing.
Nobody cares about you. Okay.
So mean.
All right. I care about you so much I'm throwing glass at you.
But once it's written, it stays in the show. So people save old plates, cups, and ceramics all year long. On New Year's Eve, they throw them onto the doorsteps of friends and family. And so the next morning, doorways are covered in these shards. This is desired. People want this, right? So broken dishes basically kind of equal affection, loyalty, social bonds. And the more ceramic debris outside of your door, the better your year is expected to be. So you can say that a spotless doorstep equals kind of isolation, not luck. It's a little bit of sad.
That is a little sad. But I guess you're out throwing dishes at other people. So,
So somebody's got to throw dishes at yours.
Right.
It's
It's
friendship.
an interesting thing.
Yeah, friendship measured in property damage.
Yeah, property damage and how much cleaning you have to do the next day. Thank you. I love you.
Yeah.
Now I have to clean up all these broken dishes.
Remember this world's greatest dad mug you got me? Yeah, I'm going to smash that on your door. Thanks a lot for that. Traditionally, dishes symbolize domestic life, shared meals, as they kind of do now, right? Breaking them mark the end of old tensions and grievances. Kind of another thing, let the past go, right? We're not breaking bread. We're breaking plates, symbolizing just like, you know what? We're over the old stuff, man. We're good. Let's reset and just have some fun together and do that.
That's
right?
an interesting one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, fire and shattered plates, both a little dangerous.
Combine them again. If you're making a new tradition, and that's what this is kind of about, if you don't have traditions, like I don't think we really have any New Year's traditions.
We don't, no.
So we are going to set some plates on fire.
Throw them at people.
And throw them at people's
But we're not
doors.
going to tell people what's happening.
No, they just think it's a random attack. From
we're
their
like,
neighbors.
no, it's a good thing.
No,
We promise.
we'll sign it.
Listen to our show. You'll understand.
From Unscaled Travel Show. Well, yeah, just chunk a plate out. There you go. That's what happens. But families in that area do joke about competing for the biggest mess. They deliberately target close friends, not enemies. You're not doing that for your enemies, even though it does seem like a very enemy thing to do. And cleaning up the next day, of course, is part of the ritual. Keep it right here, Unscaled Travel Show. We're going to throw a plate at you as soon as we come back.
Unscaled Travel Show is brought to you by Diamondback Land Surveying. For all your land surveying needs, contact Diamondback Land Surveying at 702-823-DBLS.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Unscaled Travel Show. Jeremy Long here with my co-host, Amy.
Hello.
We're in Sin City, Las Vegas, in the Diamondback Land Surveying Studios, talking about some New Year's Eve rules, traditions from around the world to help you prepare for a better year coming up, right? You want to have all the success. We want you all to be happy. You know what? I'm going to tell you right now, go ahead and cut your bangs.
Get that perm.
Get that perm. Go ahead and get that gym membership. Sign up for 5 years. Do the max plan. All of that. Okay? I want you to be as fit and successful as you possibly can in the new year. Okay? And these are hopefully some of the things. If you don't do any of these, you can add them to your list. Create a new tradition in your own house. And, you might have some fun with it.
Eat the grapes.
Eat the
swing
grapes.
the fire.
Add
throw the
another
plates.
baby. Add another baby.
Some people are doing that on New Year's Eve too.
A lot of babies born in August and September. In Japan, we're talking about how food plays a central role a lot in different cultures around the world. And it's all about celebration of years and things like that. But in Japan, there's a couple of different things we're going to talk about. But first is the soba noodles that they eat in a lot of the provinces around Japan. So the year isn't officially, I guess, allowed to end until you eat a very specific bowl of noodles. And how those noodles behave is believed to affect how your life behaves afterwards. So,
what do you mean how the noodles behave?
so families eat toshikashi soba noodles. These are basically buckwheat noodles on New Year's Eve, right? From your home to restaurants, even train stations start serving this specific type of noodle in places. And a lot of people, they don't cheat. They don't do ramen or anything else. They want these specific types of noodles. You eat them before midnight or immediately after, so kind of loosely. But the length, I guess this is where we're going. The length of the noodles matters. The long noodles represent a long life. Short broken noodles means bad, right?
The opposite?
Yeah. So soba, because it's a buckwheat noodle, it breaks very easily. So it also symbolized the ability to let go of kind of hardship and things. Mm-hmm. So they have different, and I'm sure an expert would probably, discuss a little bit better than I am. But the noodles are very central to basically kind of that central theme of letting the past go and starting over a new year.
Right.
And until you eat these noodles, you're still stuck in the past technically.
Right.
So you need to do this. This goes all the way back to the Edo period of about the 16 to 1800s in Japan. Again, started with the lower classes and spread amongst the common people. And now it's kind of like a nationwide thing.
And I guess they have to finish the whole bowl. It's not about just eating a couple of noodles. It's like slurping this whole bowl of noodles.
Yeah. And however it is, if you can do it like with the long noodles without them breaking, it's long life, it's prosperity, it's...
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a food cultural tradition, I guess, where we were from in the South.
Yeah.
And I'm sure your mom also partook in this. My mom didn't make these things, but every year on New Year's Day, we would go to her mother's house because my grandmother always made these three things. And it was black-eyed peas, cabbage, and cornbread. Mm-hmm. And my mom said, you have to eat them for good luck. Yeah. You didn't have to eat all of them, but you had to eat at least one of them. So she would always go have the black-eyed peas and cornbread because she didn't like cabbage. And she wouldn't force us to eat it, but she would always tell us, just take one bite.
Yeah. Really big in the southern part of the United States, but I think it's spread. And it's kind of one of those, I believe, that was kind of taken from different cultures and combined over years. Mm-hmm. Because cabbage is Irish or something?
I don't know.
I'm not even going to guess, man. I'm so terrible at that food lineages. But I think it is a kind of a combination. But yes, on New Year's Day, it's very important to understand. New Year's Day, black-eyed peas, and some kind of combination of, like you said, either collard greens or mustard greens or something like that, and cabbage and cornbread. And these things all meant specific things, right? Black-eyed peas were luck and prosperity. Greens and cabbages were like paper money. Again, you want money coming to you. Cornbread often represents like gold. We don't deal with gold too much, but more of like prosperity, I guess. Yeah. All of those things together. Some people started adding pork to meals as the tradition kind of grew and took on its own life. Why? Because a lot of people believe that pigs cannot walk backwards.
Okay.
Can pigs walk backwards?
I have no idea.
I think they can, but that's where the pork.
So it's a forward.
Yeah. So pork was like forward motion and abundance. Like you're moving forward. Yeah.
I don't know. We never did pork. And the other thing was this was always for lunch. You didn't do it for dinner.
Yeah.
We would wake up New Year's Day and have breakfast, and then usually go over there right after breakfast, and my grandma would already be cooking it. And half the time we didn't even make it to lunch. Like 10 o'clock in the morning, everybody's eating black eyed peas and cornbread and cabbage.
I know you just had a Pop-Tart, but
But like, here, eat some peas.
and that was the thing. Like, people say, like, even if you eat just one bite, just one bite of any of them, you're kind of doing it. But I hate cabbage.
Yeah,
I hate the way it smells.
I'm not a fan of cabbage.
I don't like the texture.
I mean, we do eat it in some.
It's probably why I'm poor.
Some foods, but we don't just really eat cabbage. But being poor, like we did both grow up lower income, and I always felt like maybe this was just a lower income tradition because these foods they're not expensive though.
It is. They just tricked us again. It's like, that government cheese. That means,
Stop.
a renewal of your benefits this year.
Stop. No, but really, like I didn't know of people who higher income that were doing this, just other people
Yeah.
like us.
In some of these traditions, they do have like, ooh, if you don't do this, something's going to happen to you. Like these don't have any kind of dramatic curses, either one of them. Just kind of, they give you that nagging feeling that, why did I tempt fate for no reason at all? I should have just eaten the stupid cabbage. Black eyed peas.
Some peas and cabbage.
We'll be right back.
Unscaled Travel Show is brought to you by Diamondback Land Surveying. For all your land surveying needs, contact Diamondback Land Surveying at 702-823-DBLS.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Unscaled Travel Show. Jeremy Long here with my co-explorer, Amy.
Hello.
Check us out online, unscaledtravelshow.com. Man, I was racking my brain in the break there. Do pigs not walk backwards?
Don't know. I really don't know.
Okay. And in that same note, before we move on from the foods, because foods are very central, like I've said multiple times, very central to a lot of customs, especially when it comes to New Year's. There are some foods that people in different cultures absolutely avoid around this time of year, around the New Year's type, like flying birds.
As opposed to non-flying birds?
Yeah, like chickens. Chickens don't really fly.
Okay.
They flap around. Like penguins. Penguins don't really fly. People don't eat penguins though. But
that we know
but like
of.
flying birds, because that's luck leaving you, right? So in some cultures they avoid flying birds on New Year's because it's, prosperity going away from you.
Okay.
Others avoid crab, lobster, shellfish, and not just because of allergies, but also because these things like crabs, they move sideways. They, sideways and walking, they do walk backwards instead of pigs. And that is like, you're not moving forward as a person. You're stuck in a...
It's a lot of symbolism.
Yeah, well, most of this is all very much symbolism.
True. I guess that was a very blonde thing to say.
And not only food, but clothing. Clothing can mean a lot to people, from what you wear on the outside to what you wear underneath those things.
Oh.
In Brazil, you'll see, if you just do a quick Google search of Brazil New Year's Eve rituals, and you'll often see people in all white.
Huh, interesting.
Okay. Doing what? And they have little things where they might have like a little splash of color or something like that on them, but like white pants, white shirt, and all of that, because all white clothing, New Year's, I mean, come on, that's symbolism, right? It symbolizes peace, renewal, spiritual cleansing. In these times, you'll often see people make their way to water, like oceans and everything. And it's also like, you'll also see people jumping over waves.
Okay.
So they'll go down to the water, and I think some combine it with 7. You jump over 7 waves, and while you're jumping over the waves, you're also making a wish.
Okay.
Or,
well, I guess
like,
if blowing out a birthday candle can grant you a wish,
absolutely.
Jumping over a wave on New Year's Eve can too.
Yeah, absolutely. So while you're wearing the white for peace and renewal, and spiritual cleansing. You're also, and we say wishes like a birthday, but it's actually, it could be like good wishes for, you know, I want my grandmama to be healthy. I want my, family to be successful, that kind of stuff. And it's very public. It's very massive. So people all along the beaches of Rio, at Copacabana Beach, a lot of these famous places, all of a sudden are just packed with people. Some people leave offerings in the ocean, flowers, candles, perfumes, small little gifts and everything, because, the ocean is a big part of, especially coastal peoples and cultures. It's a big, big part of their heritage and lives and everything. So there's a lot of that. And also it like kind of goes a little bit deeper into some sea goddesses and different religions that are more revered in Afro-Brazilian religions and things of that nature. So you see it coming down there, but
it sounds like a beautiful tradition.
I would love to just sit and
watch.
Yeah.
I mean, one side of the world swinging fire, this side's going to the ocean and jumping over waves and leaving offerings. I mean, it all symbolizes the same thing, but in very unique ways. Yeah,
and you can see that, right? So like in Scotland, where fire would have been very important to peoples that live in the mountains.
And it's freezing.
And it's, freezing. The weather's a little bit, not tropical in Scotland. So it's very central, but it means the same thing, purity and burning away the old. You have a group of peoples that is based on the ocean and how their connection, that tether to the ocean. And so that represents renewal and peace and everything, but it's all kind of the same thing.
Yeah, I could see like the waves taking away and bringing back. Yeah, it's very neat. I love learning about other people's cultures and traditions.
And in different parts of Latin America, speaking of clothes, your underwear. Your underwear can determine the type of year you are going to have.
Like a mood ring?
Okay. Yes, actually kind of like that. It's a private little ritual that everyone kind of jokes about, but nobody ignores. Your underwear color, to be specific. Okay.
Do you have to show it to people for it to come true?
I think it's kind of like what I think it is, like a birthday wish. You can keep it to yourself. In a lot of cultures, Mexico, Peru, countries different, like Colombia, Brazil, beyond, like yellow. It can mean different. I'm not laughing at them. I'm laughing at my own immaturity.
I'm just trying to think if I even own a pair of yellow underwear. I don't think so.
Well, look, we'll go through. We'll categorize.
Figure it out later.
Yeah, we'll do all that. Yellow can mean money and success, prosperity. Red, love, passion, romance, right? I think red is universal. Green, health. White, peace. White with a bit of color to it. It means you need to... Maybe you need to use the bathroom. Okay. But some people, honestly, they will layer.
They'll layer their underwear?
To me, that's a little bit of cheating, though.
Yeah, no, you have to pick one. You got to pick one. What's important to you this year?
It's often said that
peace or money.
People will change underwear right before midnight. Because they're like, I had on red because I want love. No, I'd rather have prosperity. Or I'd rather have green or, something like that. But
interesting. Okay.
The color symbolisms are tied usually to folk beliefs. Very much like Catholic imagery for those kind of countries. And then a lot of them, the indigenous traditions and everything. So, you see how colors and the clothing associated with what they had or the little that they did have kind of shape those beliefs over time.
I imagine this is kind of like the Black Eyed Pea thing. Like nothing's going to happen to you if you don't do it, but
why tempt it?
Exactly. Right? Like if you know you need some money, just go ahead and put on those green underwears or whatever the color is. Yellow. The yellow underwears.
What was green again?
Green was health.
Green was health?
Yeah, yellow was money. Go get you some yellow underwears just in case. It can't hurt, right?
Red was romance. Or like, vitality, fertility. Can't say that. Don't want to say that. No more fertility here.
No. Not for us.
Lots of things. Again, one of those, I'd like to see this. Show me your underwear. Unscaled Travel Show. We'll be right back.
Unscaled Travel Show is brought to you by Diamondback Land Surveying. For all your land surveying needs, contact Diamondback Land Surveying at 823-DBLS.
Welcome back to the Unscaled Travel Show. Jeremy Long here with my co-explorer, Amy.
Hello.
We're in beautiful Sin City in the Diamondback Land Surveying Studios, talking about some rules and traditions, fun little things from around the world when it comes to New Year's Eve. A lot of symbolism.
Yep.
When it comes to leaving the past behind, starting fresh and anew.
Moving forward.
Not,
well, like a pig, I guess.
Because we figured out, or do we? We need to Google that, I guess. Like, do pigs walk backwards?
Apparently.
That is going to bother me.
Apparently they don't.
I am going to wake up in the middle of the night thinking about that. So, as you can see, as we've gone through these lists and we're talking everything from eating grapes to smashing plates and having fireballs twirled over our heads and changing our underwear last minute, right before midnight. There's a lot of symbolism when it comes to colors and like, especially with the new year, just starting over, starting fresh. Like every day is a new beginning, right? But it's especially especially meaningful on New Year's Day, or I guess New Year's Eve.
You're letting go of all the stuff from last year.
Have you learned anything so far? Like anything that you want to take into a new year?
I really like the smashing plates part.
I think that's a bit of rage on your part, though.
Oh, well, okay.
You get a little red hair there, and you get a little rage.
You're telling me you don't want to throw some plates?
It
has to be cathartic in a way.
I want to combine some of these. I want to set some plates on fire and throw them at people's homes. Friends.
That sounds dangerous.
Friends' homes.
This is how much we love you.
I love you so much.
Well, speaking of setting things on fire, you were just saying that one of the rituals in Ecuador also includes fire.
Yeah. If you love fire, if you're a pyromaniac, kind of like someone here, in Ecuador, Ecuador has a really fascinating one too. Their New Year's Eve ends with entire neighborhoods setting human-sized figures on fire in the street because the new year or the old year isn't allowed to leave quietly, right? You got to burn those bad feelings and leave that negativity in a pile of ash in the middle of the street, right?
I just find the phrasing human-sized a little concerning. Not life-size, not oversized, human-sized. That's very specific.
Well, sometimes they're described as like dolls. You can make dolls.
Okay.
But like the pictures I've seen, they're all like human-sized. They look...
Like the big paper mache thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a tradition, I'm going to mess this up, but it's called Años Viejos. These are life-size dolls stuffed with rags, newspapers. Sometimes people even put fireworks inside of them. They will often make them resemble, this is the key here, resemble cartoons or, in a lot of cases, politicians. And this symbolizes the purge of negativity, bad luck, and regrets from the past year and will hopefully help people start anew, right? So
it just seems a little bit dangerous. People are just in front of their houses burning these life-size dolls, puppets, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah. I mean, and not just, I mean, I don't know why cartoons kind of popped up there on the list, but like celebrities, movie characters, exaggerated versions of personal failures.
Oh, see,
that's the one I like.
I could see burning that. I don't get burning your favorite actor, like movie characters. Like that doesn't make sense to me. But personal failures, although how do you turn that into a doll? I don't know, but I could see burning that.
Yeah.
Actually, I see writing that on a plate and then throwing the plate and smashing it. That makes more. That's going to be our new tradition.
Oh, okay.
Let's write our personal failures on a plate and then we throw it.
How many do your plates? How many parts can you have on your plates? Like part one. How long is the story? Do you just summarize it or what?
You can write as much as you want on the plate and then we're going to throw it and smash it.
Front and back?
Front and back. 18 plates, front and back.
Yeah. I mean, making one look like Tom Cruise and set it on fire. I don't know about that.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, unless there was like a really bad movie.
Or like the cartoon characters. Like, why you want to set Snoopy on fire?
Oh.
See,
that's not negativity. Maybe Garfield.
Oh, yeah.
He was so persnickety. Well, I was eating lasagna anyway. Cats don't eat lasagna. Anyway, but they have roots going back into, and you'll notice a lot of these, besides the one like in Japan, they go back hundreds of years. Some of these are fairly like recent.
Yeah.
As far as things happening. But roots a lot of times in the early 20th century for a lot of this, like burning contaminated clothing during disease outbreaks and everything. You can see how it became symbolic to kind of, hey, we're burning this now.
Okay.
To like let go of these past, the destruction became
you
controlled.
hear people do like fire ceremonies and rituals in that symbolism of burning off the old kind of thing. So that makes sense. I just don't get why you would burn something you love.
Effigies are often sold in markets weeks in advance. Families will sometimes argue over which figure best represents the year. Like, no. We're not burning Garfield. That doesn't make any sense. Like you just said, give me that one of Paris Hilton. Like, that kind of sums up our year. You don't want to carry the baggage forward. So there you go. Kind of a little bit different, right? So they do it with fire there in Ecuador and Puerto Rico. They throw out water. They dump huge amounts of water out of their homes, kind of like flushing the bad spirits and bad stuff away.
Oh.
So people throw buckets, cups, bowls of water out of windows, out of doors. This happens just before midnight or right at midnight. It's practiced all over the country. And it's just a kind of a way to say, you know what, this is, again, cleansing, purifying, out with the old, in with the new kind of thing.
So what we're telling you is if you are traveling to Puerto Rico on New Year's Eve,
people splash you with stuff.
Don't go for a walk right at midnight.
Carry an umbrella. It's not what we do.
Can you imagine, though, if you didn't know and you're walking down a street and all of a sudden people just start throwing water out the window?
Oh, my gosh.
That would be funny.
It'd be a little funny. But it's like, I mean, there you see one culture you have something that springs forth from bad times where you had disease and then you had to burn clothing. And then like Puerto Rico, yes, is an island, but you would have to think like clean drinking water was never the easiest thing to come by in a place like that. So really taking it and going, this is the old stuff. The new stuff is going to be better. We're going to have more luck, more prosperity, cleanse our household from anything else.
From bad energy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is, you kind of see where it's like a blend of maybe the Afro-Caribbean folk beliefs with, when you had colonizers come in and Spanish and everything else, you kind of have these beliefs start mixing and intertwining, in households and how it just kind of spread. And now, at midnight, if you're in the wrong street, you're getting doused with water, like because you're just standing there,
Yeah, I mean, I guess water has a lot of different meanings and connotations for people.
Absolutely.
And it does
just like
symbolize
fire.
Getting clean and things. So, yeah, I can see that. I just, we live in the desert. Water's precious here. So I don't think anybody's throwing water out the window.
And like very quickly, I mean, it's not element based, but like the Philippines has one where like everything suddenly becomes round, like where people are wearing polka dots and circles and round patterns, round fruits like grapes, oranges, melons, pockets are often stuffed with coins. People shake it at midnight and everything because the circles, circles symbolize wealth and continuity and different things of this nature. So you'll see a lot of that start popping up.
Interesting.
I like different times. Yeah.
I like that.
That's a good one. Every little area has their own kind of little spin on different traditions that have been born out of different time periods. So keep it right here. Unscaled Travel Show. We'll be right back.
Unscaled Travel Show is brought to you by Diamondback Land Surveying. For all your land surveying needs, contact Diamondback Land Surveying at 702-823-DBLS.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Unscaled Travel Show. Jeremy Long here with my co-explorer, Amy.
Hello.
We're in Sin City, Las Vegas, in the Diamondback Land Surveying Studios. Remember, check us out, unscaledtravelshow.com, or our YouTube channel, Unscaled Travel Show, for those of you not keeping up. We're talking about rules and traditions and all kinds of fun from around the world for New Year's Eve. Hopefully, you've written a few of these down, either for your future travels to go check out for yourself, or that you can start a new tradition in your house moving forward. If you grew up kind of like we did, with not a whole lot of traditions involved with New Year's Eve. And there are places like here in the U.S., the commercialized version is the fireworks and all of that stuff, right? You get together, you have a glass of champagne with some people or whatever. But there, in many like communities and different households here in the U.S., because it is such a melting pot of people from around the world, and in places like Chile that have also this tradition of there's a lot of immigrants from different parts of South America, Latin America that end up in one place. And so you have a blend of traditions, and it's really interesting to see, like in places like Chile, where a lot of the things we spoke about earlier in the show are all things that they kind of do in different regions and different households around their country.
Yeah, they do the 12 grapes. I don't know that they do it quite as rigidly as we were reading about in Spain, but they observe that. They also eat lentils as part of their meal. And we were seeing that they do burn things. They write down on paper things that maybe didn't go well for them that year, things they want to let go, and then they set the paper on fire. But they have some other ones that I thought were really interesting too. Oh, and I believe they also do the yellow underwear for good luck, which they consider it good luck. Other places, yellow for money, but still, I don't believe I own yellow underwear, so I might need to go get some. But one that I love that they do, because obviously we love to travel, is they go for a walk around the block with an empty suitcase immediately after midnight. And this is a superstition that they believe will attract a year filled with travel and new adventures.
Oh,
and I love this. I love
it.
That. You're taking your first little trip right after midnight.
Maybe, we'll write that one down.
Maybe we'll do that one, yeah.
I also see they have, they put a little piece of money inside of the right shoe as a superstition practiced to actually bring on some financial prosperity. You know, you're putting your best foot forward, I guess, into prosperity. And then the rings and sparkling wine. Yeah,
they put gold rings in their wine that they drink during their midnight toast. And it is supposed to help those seeking love and commitment or strengthening your existing marriage and relationships. Symbolizes the unity.
There you go.
I like it.
Yeah, they got some good stuff. Good stuff down there. A couple of places that have some really fun ones. Japan, of course. But Japan has a few different laughter festivals. Japan is not known as a country that lets loose too often with the laughter. They're very
serious. They are a very serious people.
Quiet, and that's kind of valued in their culture, right? But they do have specific ceremonies where they laugh to express thanks for laughing for good harvests, to release past troubles. And it's kind of all rooted in myths and, about deities and general well-being and all of that. But in different parts, I'm looking at the Hiroka Shrine Ritual. It's an annual winter ritual where people laugh for up to 20 minutes, drawing from a myth where laughter helped lure a sun goddess from a cave, and it helps shake off, bad memories. But laughing for 20 minutes straight.
You know what? I like this one. I think you and I laugh a lot. We enjoy having a good time.
Our silly
And
little show here makes me laugh.
We do. Some people have accused our show of being silly, but if you can't laugh, if you can't enjoy life, why are you here?
Right.
And yeah, let's bring in the new year laughing and celebrating and having fun, because why would you want to step into the new year any other way?
Yeah.
I love this. Let's do it. At midnight, we're going to throw plates with bad things on it. We're going to laugh, and we're going to, wear our yellow underwear. And we have to set something on fire, I guess.
That's also, that may come from the champagne that we had earlier in the evening. All of those things, the yellow underwear, the throwing of plates, catching stuff on fire. They have one that's actually appropriately just called the Laugh Festival, which that is, it's at Wakayama, but it's the Laugh Festival that features a laughing Okina, which is an old man, in makeup, leading a parade, chanting to different things to bring ease and good fortune and all of that stuff. Which is just, if you've ever been to Japan or know anything about the country, it's just the total opposite
right
of every day there. I saw one in Romania. Romania has a tradition, especially in some rural areas, where grown men will wear actual bear skins during that period, the New Year's Eve period, to perform the Dance of the Bears.
Oh, okay.
Which is a ritual to scare away evil spirits and welcome the new year with strength, which is a practice with ancient and pre-Christian roots, using these heavy bear costumes and drums. It's powerful. It's symbolic. But grown men in bear costumes.
I'd like to see this. Okay.
But yeah, and you can go online and you'll see like a whole.
Oh, they're in full costumes.
They're in whole costumes.
I guess before I saw that picture, I was just imagining some type of bear hat or something. But no, they're in a full on costume.
Yeah, no, this isn't the stuff you find out like Spirit Halloween. I don't know if these are actual bear. Did they kill these bears? But these are full bear costumes. They look like they have red. Almost like red sacks, almost like a Krampus light. I don't think they're kidnapping children and beating them with sticks, though, which is just the weirdest thing to me. But yeah, they got a whole parade there in Romania about dancing bears to ward off.
Away the evil spirits so they don't follow you into the new year.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, absolutely. So Chile, you can get a mix of things. Romania, you can dance like a bear. Japan, you just laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh.
I love it. I think we need to hit a few different places for their New Year's celebration.
Out of the ones we kind of discussed today, what would be the top of your list?
Probably Denmark Scotland. With the fire. Yes.
Man.
Yeah. Because if you go to Denmark, people there don't know you. They're not throwing plates at your hotel room.
Yeah. I don't think the Airbnb would get much love.
No. But the Scotland one with the fire swinging parade, that seems really cool. I would like to see that one.
That does seem really, really neat.
And I'm just scared I would choke on trying to eat 12 grapes in 12 seconds. So
you're really worried about that.
I am.
Again, I've never noticed how fast you eat grapes.
Well,
so I don't know
if
that's going to be an issue or not. But
maybe if they're small grapes.
Yeah. So these are kind of things you can add. To the next time you have New Year's, the next time you're going to celebrate it. 12 grapes is easy enough. I think for most people, you can start with little traditions like that, because the most we had was, we mentioned, we do the black-eyed peas and cabbage, or that's what the only tradition that I remember growing up with.
Me too. Yeah.
For New Year's. And that's, I think that's like a taste thing, because there's other ways that you can probably do that. But the fireballs, something you want to do that, but around trained professionals. Again, You don't want to you don't want me lighting things on fire.
Well,
swinging it above my head.
That's the part that scares me. You light things on fire now, but swinging it from a chain over your head, that gets a little bit dangerous. And setting the big paper doll things on fire. All I'm imagining is parade balloons, for the Macy's Day Parade, and there's these big things on strings, and they set one on fire, and it gets away from. This is what I'm picturing. I don't know why it's a balloon, but this is what I'm picturing.
It's not. But Woody Woodpecker's on fire. Like, the children are just traumatized, and we're like, oh yeah,
It crashes into the side of a building.
we're like, oh, the humanity, like, that kind of stuff. No.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
I'm glad the imagination's there. Keep that imagination in the new year. Leave the old stuff behind. Have some prosperity.
We'll laugh our way into the new year.
Hey man, us and our silly little show. We will laugh our way into the new year. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you had a good time, and we'll see you guys next year, right? Absolutely. It's Unscaled Travel Show.